If you love both African flavors, you are in the right place. And if your suya has ever come out dry, this recipe right here will fix that. Trust me, this is an easy one to follow and you're going to love it. So join me and let's get started. First things first, I've got my beef here, washed, pet dried, and cut into even pieces. So when we pet dry before marinating and oven grilling, it makes a big difference. It removes surface moisture so the beef won't steam, and that's where we get a deeply browned, crispy, flavorful crust that we are aiming for here. Next, we add in some mayonnaise. It might sound unusual, but the mayo actually does a few things. It helps the spices stick to the beef, adds a little fat for juiciness, and creates that thin coating that encourages a nice brown crust when we oven grill it. Now it's time for the Suya Spice. This is what gives the beef that bold, smoky, spicy flavor we love. I'm sprinkling it evenly over the meat so every piece gets coated and the flavors really sink in during the marinating process. We'll then add in some salt to taste. I also like to add a little extra beef seasoning for a more depth of flavor. It really brings the beef to life when it cooks. So once all the ingredients are in, your mayo, Suya Spice, salt, and extra beef seasoning, we'll go ahead and mix everything together really well so every piece of beef is evenly coated nicely, just like this. So after mixing, let the beef marinate for a couple of hours. 2 to 3 hours works fine, or overnight if you have time. The longer it sits, the more the flavors develop. Now I'm going to combine some oil with the suya powder, then set it aside. I'll brush it onto the beef halfway through cooking to boost the flavor and give it a nice deep brown, slightly crispy crust. If your skewers stop burning before your meat is ready, you know how frustrating that can be. This is a great tip. So one solution is to soak them in water for about 30 minutes to an hour. This will keep them from burning in the oven while your protein is cooking. It's been about 4 hours, so the beef has had plenty of time to marinate and soak up all those flavors. Now it's time to prep the skewers and thread the beef on. Make sure to leave a little space between each piece so they cook evenly and get that beautiful crust all around. And be really careful during this process. The skewers are really sharp. You don't want to hurt yourself. And if I were planning to eat the beef directly off the stick, I would add some green bell peppers and onions. Just cut them into chunks and place them between the meat. It makes the skewers more colorful, aromatic, and absolutely delicious. Next in Kosiani Meko, Suya or Kebab is definitely one of Ghana's favorite street foods, especially at night when the smell is just amazing. Now, making it at home is nothing compared to the street food version, but still comes pretty close. The best part is you can control the spice level and enjoy it fresh straight from your own kitchen. So now we're going to oven grill the beef. I like to set the oven to around 400 degrees Fahrenheit and let it cook for about 15 to 20 minutes depending on how big your pieces are. And then halfway through, this is when I like to brush on that oil suya mixture we set aside. It really boosts the flavor and helps the beef get that nice deep brown, slightly crispy crust that we're aiming for. And you start to smell it filling your kitchen, and trust me, that's when you know it's coming together beautifully. Like honestly, I cannot wait to just have a bite. So flip the skewers onto the other side and then brush on some more of that oil suya mixture. We'll then pop it back in the oven to finish cooking. This will help both sides get that golden brown, slightly crispy crust and really lock in that flavor. And here we are, look at these. The beef is juicy, tender, and perfectly cooked with that beautiful deep brown, slightly crispy crust. You can see how the marinade and Suya spice really soaked in, giving each piece a rich, nutty, slightly spicy flavor. And honestly, it smells incredible. You can already imagine how tasty it's going to be, friends. And if you are serving it straight from the skewers, it would be colorful too with all those peppers and onions if you added it. This is the kind of dish that's simple at home that's still packed with all the flavors you love from street food. And that's how homemade beef suya or kebab made easy. It's juicy, tender, and full of flavor. Try it yourself and enjoy a taste of Ghanaian street food at home. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more recipes. And until next time, stay safe and blessed always.